Starscream, it's been a while, yes.
Lord Megatron, what is this about?
Well, I was just wondering if you remember what you said to me last time. Ring a bell?
No, wait, no!
Brood on this, Starscrap!
Hello everyone, this is Lincolnus Prime, and today we are taking a look at the Transformers Legacy Evolution Armada Megatron. The paint and detailing on this figure look really good. It just screams Armada Megatron. Everything on this figure is pretty much anime slash original toy accurate, which I really like, and it just looks really good. You get a lot of like nice sculpted in panel detail. You get a lot of that kind of going around, and might I say there's a lot of silver paint on this. You get silver paint here, all around here, over here. It's really cool looking, and I love the way that this looks. You get the Megatron Scorponok-esque head piece kind of sticking out here at the front. Right here, as you can see, you get the gun turret, which is, has some red paint right in here. This part right here is actually a separate part, but I'll get into that in a bit. You get the Decepticon logo here, some more painted parts over here, some red, some kind of like black, some more black, some yellow, all that kind of stuff. So when it comes to paint, it is nicely applied. Nothing was missed here. Detailing and all that kind of stuff looks really good. There are wheels on the bottom, and it does clean up pretty well at the bottom too. Not too shabby, but it does roll very nicely. So yeah, definitely a very solid tank mode in my opinion. And just to compare, in vehicle mode, here we have the Legacy Leader Class Armada Megatron next to the Legacy Voyager Armada Starscream. These two look very nice together, and I can't wait to see more of the Decepticon army that we hopefully get from Hasbro for this new Legacy and Legacy Evolution toy line, because I would absolutely love to see more modern, like a Cyclonus, all those figures for the Decepticons. And just seeing these makes me really excited for what we will get in the future. And just with another Legacy Armada figure, here we have next to the Legacy Evolution Armada Hotshot. Now I've pretty much gone over everything I wanted to with the tank mode, so let us get down to the transformation. And here we have the Legacy Armada Megatron in his robot mode, and he looks incredible. Kind of moving in on that head sculpt. This head looks really nice. He does have nice red eyes, but it's kind of hard to capture it on camera. But he does have some like metallic, like dark blue here for his head. The rest of it's black, painted silver, and some like black little details on the sides of the face. The horns are a regular gray, but with like a red kind of like paint on the side. But my only issue is that these come out a little too easily, and yeah, that gets really annoying, and that's seems to be a thing on everyone's copy. I'm assuming the reason for that, the reason why they weren't attached, is so that, they don't break, but then you can lose them easily. So I don't really get why Hasbro didn't glue these. Maybe they serve some kind of purpose. Maybe they will serve a purpose. I don't know. I don't think they will, but yeah, so I do think that's a bit weird. But we do get a lot more detail in a robot mode from what we didn't see in tank mode. He's got the giant shoulders that he does in Armada. He's got the Decepticon logos. He got the silver chest, kind of some of the detail on the chest. Got this like little, I guess, 4-pack, you could say, painted silver, some more purple on the sides, purple for the legs, green for the legs, silver for more parts of the legs, and there we have the kind of go on to the back. A lot more detail, pretty much what we saw in like tank mode and all that kind of stuff, but it does look very, very nice in robot mode, if I do say so myself. Now when it comes to his articulation, we do have a ball joint at the head, which allows him to look up that far and down that far, and also rotate all the way around like so. I'm trying to be careful not to knock the horns off because they come off a little too easily again. But there's a little bit of side to side as well. It's kind of hard to show, but yeah, we have that. The arms, here's my issue with the arms. These segments don't move at all, which means that when you move the arms, you can't move them back because of the way that they're kind of positioned on here. They're not really positioned from the side, they're positioned from the front, kind of like a core class rat trap, if you know what I'm talking about. But you can move this forward, and that's as far forward as the arms can move, and that's really about it. The fact that they can't move back is kind of annoying, and it limits your range of posability, and I think that's like my biggest complaint about this figure. But we do have a swivel at the bicep, a pretty decent bend at the elbow, and a swivel at the wrist all the way around, and you can kind of put it in and out due to transformation. My only other complaint is how loose these shoulders are, like my god. But yeah, so that, it has some issues that I'm not the biggest fan of. But yeah, so there's that. He does rotate here at he can rotate at this top segment, but I'll get into that later. But he does have rotation in the waist. The legs can move out about that far and in about that much. It can kick forward that much and back that much, and they are on a really nice ratchet joint. There is a swivel at the thigh, a ratcheted bend at the knee, which is very, very nice, and there is also a very nice ankle pivot. So articulation on this guy is okay. Kind of disappointed in when it comes to the arms, but it's not a huge deal, but it's very annoying. Now I did want to talk about this feature. So basically with this right here, what you're going to want to do is you want to take the arms and just move them out of the way like so. Take this section, bring it down, straighten this, make sure that this aligns with this little with the top half of the torso, and then we're going to rotate it around, and that can be a little difficult, but we're going to rotate it around like so, and then bring this up, rotate the waist back around like so. Just make sure all of this is aligned. There we go. And then we take the tank turret right here, swing it forward, and then take this section, untab it. This also rotates, by the way, so that's actually pretty cool. And you can do the thing he does in Armada, where he turns his entire waist around and you could shoot at people. Now, in order to unlock this gimmick on the original toy, you needed a Minicon, and unfortunately Legacy and the new Legacy toy line for Armada also does not include the Minicon gimmicks anymore, which kind of sucks in my opinion. I think that would have been cool, but you don't really get that for this. But it's still a pretty neat little feature. It can rotate and all that kind of stuff. It does like stop in certain areas like this, but hey, it's pretty cool, and it's a thing that you can do. And the other thing that this figure can do is just moving both the arms out of the way. You bring this up and you bring this forward, and he can do the little kind of like side stomach cannon thing that he did in Armada. And if you really want to as well, you can rotate it all the way around to the other side and do it on the other side. So you have a lot of options here when it comes to just maneuverability, I guess, and you can pose the little cannon on both sides. I really like that feature. And also the fact that you can like put it, pose it in front of the figure, or like how I showed earlier, is also really cool. So yeah, I love this feature. But yeah, now I did mention that this little part right here can come off, and what that is for is you bring the hands around. There's a little port that's exposed. Line that up. There you go. And he has a handgun, and that looks okay. It's a thing. It kind of looks like a water hose is coming out of his arm instead of a cool looking cannon, but hey, it's a thing you could do, I guess. If you really want to make him like G1-y, I guess, then you can do it on the other side. Pop that in in there like that, and there you go. Cool. I like it. Apparently this is Evo Fusion, but you know, it's a thing you could do, and yeah. So there you have that. And for a quick size comparison in robot mode, here we have Armada Megatron next to Armada Starscream. And again, these two look absolutely amazing together. I love how this looks, and I can't wait for them to make more of the Armada Decepticons. And finally, here we have him next to the Legacy Armada Hotshot. And for my final comments on this figure, pick him up. Definitely pick him up. This is one of the best, I think, Legacy releases we've gotten so far. Yes, it has its flaws, but it's simple yet fun. It's got, you know, just it's perfect for an Armada Megatron. It is absolutely perfect. Forget the Combiner Wars figure. If you have that, just get rid of it. Just buy this. This is better. You know, it's got everything you pretty much want for an Armada Megatron. One thing I think would have been cool to include, and I understand that they didn't include it due to, like, you know, budget, cost, and all that kind of stuff. If they did include it, they probably have to up the price, and they have to keep this at a leader class price point. But I do think it would have been cool if they included the Skyboom shield, because we got the Star Saber with Starscream, and, you know, there's Hotshot, which, you know, you could use the Star Saber for both those figures. But I think the Skyboom shield would have been really cool with this figure, because you give him the Skyboom shield and the Star Saber, and there you go. In fact, just to show it off, hold this over, you can give him the Star Saber, although admittedly I do think that looks a little wonky, but, you know, you can do it, I guess. But yeah, it looks a little small, but you can do it. But yeah, I think the Skyboom shield would have been a cool accessory, but I understand why they didn't include it. So hopefully we see the Skyboom shield with maybe like another figure in the future. We definitely will. But yeah, but in terms of, you know, just the figure itself, great figure. I love it. It is great. Articulation's okay. I love the ratcheted joints, but, you know, there are some issues with looseness, especially in the leg. I did mention that, but that leg is loose. But paint is perfect. Detail is perfect. The ears do come off, so if you want to glue those on, then I do recommend doing so. Me personally, I don't think I will, because I don't know. But yeah, so overall, great figure. It should retail about $54 to $60 depending on where you are. At least that's for here in the United States. So if you don't live here in the US, it's either going to cost less or it's going to cost more. But yeah, so anyways, guys, that's pretty much about it for this review. I hope you all enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.